I see you. Right now, in this very moment, wherever you are, whether you are sitting in a quiet room with the weight of the world pressing down on your chest, or lying in bed at night when the darkness feels louder than anything you have ever known, I see you. I know the ache that lives behind your eyes. I know the exhaustion that has settled into your bones. I know the questions you ask in the silence, the ones you are almost afraid to speak out loud, the ones that start with why, and how long, and is anyone even there? I am here. I have always been here. Before you took your first breath, I knew your name. Before your mother held you, before your father saw your face, before this world had a single chance to shape you or wound you or leave its marks upon your heart, I knew you. I chose you, and I have never, not for a single second, looked away. I want you to hear me today. Not the version of me you have been told about by people who are hurting themselves. Not the distant, unreachable, disappointed version that fear painted in your mind. I want you to hear me as I truly am, the one who sat with the broken, who touched the untouchable, who looked into the eyes of people the world had thrown away and said, "You matter, you are loved, you are not finished." That is what I am saying to you right now. You are not finished. Whatever brought you to this moment, whatever storm has been raging in your life, whatever loss has left you hollowed out, whatever mistake you made that you have been carrying like a stone around your neck, none of it has the final word. I do, and my word over your life has always been love. Let me speak to you today about the things that are real, the things that matter, the things I wish someone had told you long before now. You have been lonely. I know this. Not just the kind of lonely where you are in a room by yourself, but the deeper kind. The kind where you are surrounded by people and still feel invisible. The kind where you smile and laugh and go through the motions, but inside there is a place so quiet and so cold that you wonder if anyone has ever truly known you. You have wondered if anyone ever could. You have sat at tables full of people and felt a distance that no amount of conversation could close. You have lain awake beside someone and felt the loneliness even more sharply, because the nearness only made the gap more visible. I want to tell you something that I need you to let all the way in. I have always known you. The real you, not the version you show the world, not the polished, put-together version, or even the version that has learned to perform okayness so well that you almost believe it yourself. I mean the you that exists in the in-between moments, when you are driving alone and a song comes on and the tears come before you even understand why. The you that is still carrying wounds from things that happened so long ago, people expect you to be over it by now. The you that is afraid, even when you look brave. The you that secretly wonders whether you are enough, smart enough, worthy enough, lovable enough, and has been asking that question for so long that it has started to feel like a fact instead of a fear. That is the you I love, all of it. Every unfinished, uncertain, worn-down piece of it. You have never been invisible to me, not once. Every moment you felt unseen by the world, I was there, closer than the air in your lungs, closer than the sound of your own heartbeat. When you cried in the dark and told yourself you were crying alone, you were not alone. I was there. When you prayed and the silence felt like an empty room, I heard every word. When you gave up on praying because it felt like talking to no one, I was still listening. I have always been listening. Your pain is not punishment. I need you to hear that clearly, because I know how easy it is to look at everything that has gone wrong and begin to believe that somehow you deserve it. That this suffering is the universe settling a score. That God, that I, am angry with you, withholding good things, teaching you some lesson through loss. That is not who I am. Pain entered this world through brokenness, not through my design for you. When you hurt, I hurt with you. When you grieve, something in the very heart of creation grieves alongside you. I did not stand at a distance while you suffered. I came down. I walked among you. I felt hunger and exhaustion and the sting of rejection, and the weight of grief so heavy it brought me to my knees. I wept at a grave. I wept because death was never supposed to be part of your story. And every time it touches someone I love, I feel the wrongness of it. Every single time. You are someone I love. So when you ask, where were you? I was there. I was in the hands of the person who showed up with food when you did not ask. I was in the unexpected moment of beauty that stopped you in the middle of your pain and reminded you that the world still held something worth staying for. I was in the stubborn, inexplicable thread of hope that kept you here, even on the days when staying felt like the hardest thing you had ever done. You are still here, and that is not an accident. I want to speak now to the ones who are struggling with money, with the weight of bills that never seem to stop coming, with the shame of not being able to provide the way you want to, with the fear that keeps you awake at 3 a.m, doing math in your head that never adds up the way you need it to. I know that fear. I know the specific heaviness of financial worry, the way it colors everything, the way it makes it hard to be present with the people you love, because the numbers are always running in the background of your mind. I know what it is like to watch someone you love go without something they need. I know the particular shame of having to say, I cannot right now, when everything in you wants to give. I want you to hear me. Your worth is not your bank account. I know the world has done everything it can to convince you otherwise. The world measures worth in dollars and success and the size of your home and the brand of your clothes and the title on your business card. But I see something different when I look at you. I see a soul of infinite value. I see someone who was worth enough to me that I would have come down and walked among humanity, even if you were the only person who had ever lived. That is how much you are worth. But I also want to speak to the practical fear, because I am not a God who dismisses real need with pretty words. I know you need provision. I know you need the bills to be paid, and the pantry to have food, and the future to hold some kind of stability. And I want you to know, I have provided before, and I will provide again. I have opened doors that no human hand could open. I have made ways where there was no way. I have brought manna from heaven and water from rock, and turned small things into enough and then more than enough. I have moved mountains for people who had nothing left but a tired, desperate prayer, and I want to move them for you. But I need you to trust me. Not blindly, not pretending that everything is fine when it is not. I am not asking you to perform positivity or paste a smile over something that genuinely hurts. I am asking you to open your hands, to stop gripping so tightly to the fear, to the control, to the need to figure out every step yourself. To let me into the situation, really let me in, and then watch what I can do. Ask me plainly, honestly, with your whole heart. Tell me what you need. Tell me you are scared. Tell me you do not know how this is going to work out. I can handle your honesty. I have heard far more desperate prayers than yours, and I have answered them. I will answer yours. If you are reading this, and you are in the middle of a financial crisis, a real one, the kind where you do not know how the next month is going to look, I want you to take a breath with me right now, just one, and I want you to say this in whatever way feels true to you. I cannot carry this alone. I give it to you. I trust you to make a way. That is enough. That simple act of surrender is enough to open something. I always honor the ones who come to me with nothing but their need and their trust. I have never turned away an empty hand that was genuinely open. Now let me speak to you about the body. Some of you are living inside bodies that feel like they are failing you. You wake up every morning to pain, physical pain that you have learned to move through, because what other choice is there? You have been given diagnoses that frightened you. You have sat in doctors' offices and heard words that changed everything. Words that rewrote the future you had imagined for yourself. You have watched your body do things you did not ask it to do, and you have felt the loss of the person you used to be before illness became part of your story. You grieve that person sometimes, quietly, in the spaces between appointments and medications, and the endless business of being sick in a world that is always moving faster than you can manage. I want to speak to you very directly. I am the one who healed the blind, the one who caused the lame to walk, who cleansed the sick, who raised the dead. These were not stories told to impress you. They were demonstrations of who I am and what I am capable of. The same power that worked then is alive right now. I have not become less. I have not become more distant. I have not stopped being the God of healing. And whether your healing comes suddenly, like a miracle that leaves doctors shaking their heads, or whether it comes gradually through the hands of doctors and the work of medicine and the slow rebuilding of your body over time, it is still me. I work through both. I work through the specialist and the surgeon, and the simple, faithful decision to show up to your treatment, even when you are exhausted and discouraged. But I also want to say something harder, and I want to say it with all the gentleness I have. Sometimes the healing I give is not the kind you expected. Sometimes the deepest healing is not the removal of the difficulty, but the transformation that happens inside you while you are in it. Sometimes I use suffering to forge something in a person that ease never could. A depth of compassion, a quality of faith, a strength of character that becomes a light for everyone around them. I have watched people come through illness more alive than they were before they got sick. Because in the stripping away of everything easy and comfortable, they found what was real. This is not me being cruel. This is me being a God who can bring glory out of what looks like ruin. But I want you to keep asking. I want you to keep believing that healing is possible, because it is. Do not give up praying for your body. Do not stop bringing your physical pain to me. Lay your hands on the place that hurts and ask me to enter it. I am not squeamish about the broken places in your body. I touch them. I have always touched them. I touched the leper. I put my hands on the eyes of the blind. I reached out and I was not afraid of what I found. I am not afraid of what I find in you. And while you wait, while you are in the middle of the not yet healed place, let me carry some of the weight. You do not have to be strong every day. You do not have to perform resilience for people who need you to be okay. You are allowed to say, this is hard. You are allowed to grieve the life you had before this diagnosis, the body you had before this pain. Grief is not faithlessness. Grief is love with nowhere to go, and I understand it deeply. Come to me in your weakness. Come to me especially then, because that is when I can show you something about my strength that you will never learn any other way. I want to talk about the things you are afraid to say out loud. Most people carry a secret inventory of their worst beliefs about themselves. Things they have never said to another person. Sometimes things they barely allow themselves to think clearly. They go something like this. I am too broken to be fixed. I have done too much to be forgiven. The people who love me would leave if they really knew me. I have wasted too much of my life, and there is no recovery from this. God might love other people, but surely not me, not after everything. I want to answer every one of those directly. You are not too broken. I specialize in broken things. I take what the world calls broken, and I call it material. I have made the most beautiful things from the most shattered lives. People who hit absolute rock bottom and discovered that the bottom was actually solid ground, that it was a foundation they could rebuild on, that their wreckage became the testimony that gave someone else the courage to keep going. The places in you that feel most beyond repair are often the places where the most profound work is being done. You have not done too much. I need you to understand this, not as a religious formality, but as a living truth. There is no sin in your past that is larger than my forgiveness, not one. I am not sitting in heaven with a ledger, tallying your failures and calculating whether you have used up your grace. Grace is not a resource that runs out. My love for you is not conditional on your performance. You did not earn my love when you were at your best, and you have not lost it now that you are at your worst. I love you because I love you, because you are mine, because I made you and I know you, and I chose to call you beloved before you ever did a single thing to earn or lose it. The people who truly love you will not leave when they know the real you. And I know the real you completely. every shadow, and every secret, and every ugly moment, and I am still here. I have never left. I am not planning to leave. You have not wasted your life beyond recovery. I am the God of restoration. I specialize in bringing back what was lost, in redeeming the years that felt wasted, in taking the detours and dead ends of a life lived imperfectly, and weaving them into something that makes sense in the end. You have not seen the end yet. You are still in the middle of the story. And I am a God who writes endings that make the hard middle worthwhile. And my love for you is not an exception. You are not the one case where the love runs out. You are not the person I have decided is too much trouble, too damaged, too far gone. You are special in the other direction entirely. You are uniquely, specifically, tenderly loved by the one who made the stars and knows each one by name, and who knows your name too, and calls you beloved, and means it. Let me tell you about fear. Fear is a language I understand, because I have walked with people consumed by it all throughout human history. Fear was in the boat with my disciples when the storm came, even when I was right there with them. Fear is in the hospital waiting room. Fear is in the unemployment office. Fear is in the marriage that is struggling, in the parent watching their child go through something they cannot fix, in the person who is about to take a step of faith and their whole body is screaming at them to stay safe. Fear is not your enemy, but you cannot let fear be your guide. Because fear will always tell you to stay small. Fear will always tell you that the risk is too great, that you are not ready, that something terrible is coming, that you cannot trust anything or anyone, including me. Fear is a voice, but it is not a reliable voice. It does not have access to the whole picture. It cannot see that I am in the boat with you. I am always in the boat with you. I want to invite you today to practice something, not as a religious exercise, but as a genuine act of your will. Every time the fear rises, and it will because fear is persistent, I want you to answer it, not with denial, not with false positivity, but with truth. The truth is, I am not alone in this. The truth is, the one who made me is with me. The truth is, I have made it through hard things before, and I was not making it through them on my own power. Say that to yourself right now if you need to. Say it until your nervous system begins to believe what your spirit already knows. I am not alone. I am loved. I am held. The worst thing is not the last thing. I want to take a moment and create a space between us right now. If you are willing, I want you to close your eyes. Not because you have to, but because I want you to feel this, not just read it. I want you to imagine me not as a concept, or a figure from history, or a set of rules, but as a presence, close and warm and real, because that is what I am. In this quiet moment, I want you to let the walls come down. Just a little. Just enough. The walls you built to protect yourself from more hurt. The walls you built because hope costs something, and you have been disappointed before. I know why those walls are there. I am not angry at them, but I want you to let just a little light in. Tell me what you are carrying. Not for my information, I already know, but for you. Say it in whatever words come. Say it as plainly and honestly as you can. This is what I am afraid of. This is what is hurting me. This is what I cannot do on my own. And then, after you have said it, give it to me. Not because you are giving up, but because you are inviting me in. Giving up says nothing matters. Giving it to me says, I trust you with the things that matter most. I am here. I receive it. All of it. The fear and the grief and the confusion and the doubt and the anger and the exhaustion. I receive all of it, and I give you back peace. Not the peace the world offers, which is just the temporary absence of trouble, but the peace that passes understanding. The kind that does not make logical sense given your circumstances, but is real anyway. The kind that holds you steady even when everything around you is shifting. That peace is available to you right now. Let me tell you about the future. I know you cannot see it clearly from where you are standing. The present pain has a way of obscuring everything else. When you are in the middle of the hard season, it is almost impossible to imagine a different one. The mind can only project forward from what it knows, and when what it knows is struggle, it projects more struggle. This is not a failure of faith. It is simply the limitation of a perspective that can only see what is directly in front of it. But I hold the future, and I want to tell you about it, not with false promises or hollow optimism, but with the genuine certainty of one who sees the end from the beginning. There is something coming for you that is better than what you have left behind. Not without difficulty, not without the ordinary hardships of a life lived in a world that is still being redeemed. But there is beauty coming. There is relief coming. There is a season ahead where you will look back at this moment, this exact moment where you feel the most lost, the most tired, the most unsure, and you will understand it differently. You will see the purpose in it that is completely invisible to you right now. You will see the way it shaped you, the things it taught you, the person it made you, and you will be grateful, not for the pain itself, but for what the pain produced. I know that feels impossible to believe right now. You do not need to believe it fully yet. You just need to hold on to a small thread of it, just enough to take the next step. The thread of maybe. Maybe it is not over. Maybe something good is still possible. Maybe the God who made me has not forgotten me. Hold on to that thread. I will do the rest. I want to speak to the ones who are tired of trying. You have prayed the same prayer so many times that the words have started to feel hollow. You have believed and then been disappointed, and believed again, and been disappointed again, and now belief itself feels dangerous, like setting yourself up for another fall. You have watched other people receive miracles, and wondered why yours has not come. You have been faithful, and faithful, and faithful, and you are so deeply tired. I see you, and I am not disappointed in your exhaustion. Exhaustion is not faithlessness. Exhaustion just means you have been carrying something heavy for a long time. I want to ask you something, not to accuse you, but to open something. In all the years of asking me, have you ever truly rested in me? Have you ever let the asking settle into trusting? Not resolved trusting, not the kind where you have answers, but the kind where you simply stop fighting the uncertainty and lean into me in the middle of it. Because there is a way of trusting me that does not require you to understand. That does not require the prayer to have been answered yet. That is not the same as giving up on the answer. It is something more. It is choosing to believe in my goodness, even from the center of your confusion about why the answer has not come. That kind of trust is the rarest, most beautiful thing I know. And I want to give you something in exchange for it. Not necessarily the specific answer you have been waiting for. I will not promise that, because my ways are higher than your ways, and I can see what you cannot see. And sometimes the thing you are asking for is not the thing that will actually satisfy the deepest longing underneath it. But I will give you presents. Real, tangible, life-changing presents. The kind that makes you realize that you were never as alone in the hard thing as you felt. The kind that changes the texture of the waiting, from agony into something more like peace. You do not have to earn that. You do not have to perform faith well enough to deserve it. You just have to come to me, honestly, with all your doubt and all your tiredness, and say, I am here. I do not have much left, but I am here. That is enough. That has always been enough. I made you on purpose. I need you to know that. In a world that can make you feel like an accident, like an afterthought, like a collection of qualities no one fully values, I need you to know that you were made with intention. Every part of you. The things you consider flaws, the parts of yourself you hide or minimize or apologize for, I made them. I made you curious, or quiet, or intense, or tired, or not enough by the world's standards. I made you exactly as you are, and I called it good. Your sensitivity is not weakness. It is the capacity for depth that the world desperately needs. Your history of failure is not a disqualification. It is the education that will make your success meaningful and your compassion real. Your wounds are not evidence that you are broken beyond repair. They are the places where, when you let me in, the light will pour through. And light that comes through a cracked place goes further and reaches deeper than light that comes from an untouched surface. Your brokenness is part of how you will illuminate the world for others. You are not a mistake. You are not a disappointment. You are not a problem to be solved or a burden to be managed. You are a beloved child, mine, and my heart towards you has always been tenderness, always been delight, always been the fierce, protective, unconditional love of a parent who would go to any length for their child. I went to any length for you. The cross was not an obligation I fulfilled reluctantly. It was the fullest expression of everything I feel for you, everything I have always felt for you. I chose you. I would choose it again, without hesitation, even knowing every moment of pain, every hour of darkness, every breath of it. You were worth it. You are worth it. And if you never do another thing of note in your entire life, you were already worth every moment of what I went through to bring you back to me. Let me speak to the ones who are angry at me. Some of you are holding real anger, anger that has been building for years maybe. Anger over prayers that seem to go unanswered. Anger over loss so profound and so unfair that the very idea of a loving God seems like a cruelty or a joke. Anger over things that happen to you or the people you love that should not have happened. Abuse, injustice, tragedy, the death of someone who should have lived. You have looked at the world and at your own life, and you have asked the hardest question a person can ask. If you are real, if you are good, then why? I am not afraid of your anger. I am not going to pull back from you because of it. Bring it to me, all of it. Say the things you have only said inside your head. Yell if you need to. I have broad shoulders and an eternal heart, and I would rather have your honest rage than your polite distance. Because if you are angry at me, it means you are still talking to me. It means the relationship is still alive. Anger directed at me is still connection. It is far better than the silence of someone who has simply walked away. And I want to tell you, in the middle of your anger, something I do not think anyone has told you clearly enough. I am angry too. I am angry at everything that hurt you, that was not supposed to happen. I am angry at the brokenness in this world that causes suffering in the lives of people I love. I am not sitting placidly above it all, unmoved and indifferent. The same Jesus who overturned the tables in the temple because injustice was being done. That Jesus is the one who sees what has been done to you and feels the righteous fury of it and has not forgotten and does not dismiss it and is not asking you to pretend it was okay. It was not okay. I want you to hear me say that. What hurt you was not okay. It was not part of some clever plan where the cruelty served a higher purpose. It was brokenness, the brokenness of a world that has not yet been fully restored, and it touched you, and I grieve that with you. Your anger and mine can meet in the same place, and in that meeting, something can be resolved that could not be resolved any other way. Come to me with your anger, come to me with your grief, come to me with your why, and your how long, and your I do not understand. I will not give you perfect answers, not all of them, not yet. But I will give you presence, I will give you comfort, I will give you the beginning of understanding. And eventually, if you keep coming to me, I will give you peace. Not the peace of dismissal, but the peace of being truly held by someone who understands everything you have been through and loves you anyway. I want to talk about surrendering. I know the word feels threatening. Surrender has connotations of defeat, of weakness, of giving up. The world has trained you to fight, to control, to manage, to never let them see you need help. Surrendering to anyone, even to me, feels like vulnerability in the most dangerous sense. It feels like handing someone a map of every wound so they will know exactly where to aim. But there is another kind of surrender. The kind a child practices when they stop trying to walk by themselves and lift their arms to be carried. It is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is the recognition that some burdens are not meant for you to carry alone, and that there is one strong enough to carry them for you. And that the bravest thing you can do is trust that one enough to let go. That is what I am asking you today. Not to give up on life, or hope, or the future. Not to stop working, stop trying, stop showing up, but to do all of those things differently, not from the place of desperate self-sufficiency, but from the place of partnership with me. Every morning, before the day's demands crowd in, come to me. Give me the day. Give me the worry. Give me the situation you have been turning over and over in your mind. Put it in my hands. And then, this is the hard part, trust me to handle it. Not to handle it immediately or exactly as you imagined, but to handle it well, in ways that are better than you can see from where you are standing. Trust that I know what I am doing, even when everything in your experience is pushing back against that trust. I will not waste a single thing you place in my hands. Not one tear, not one night of suffering, not one season of waiting. Every hard thing you have ever been through has been in my hands, and I have been working with it, using it, letting it serve a purpose that will make sense to you eventually. I promise you that. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Not the years that felt lost, not the relationships that ended in pain, not the versions of yourself you had to leave behind. All of it is in my hands. All of it is being redeemed. The miracle is already in motion. I know you cannot see it. I know the evidence around you suggests otherwise. I know that from where you are standing, things look like they are stuck or going backward or falling apart. But I am working in ways you cannot see yet. In the background of your story, in the hearts of people you have not yet met, in circumstances that have not yet come together, in your own interior, where something is being prepared and strengthened and made ready for what is ahead. Think of the seed underground. It does not look like growth. It looks like nothing is happening. It looks like waiting with no reward. But underneath the surface, the most important work is being done. The roots are going deeper. The structure that will hold everything up is forming in the darkness, out of sight, before anything breaks through the surface. That is where you are. That is what is happening in you right now, even if you cannot feel it or see it or believe it. Do not judge the whole story by this chapter. This chapter is not the end. I want you to begin to live in that truth, not as a denial of what is real and hard, but as a companion truth that coexists with the difficulty. Yes, this is hard. And also something good is coming. Both are true. Both can be true at the same time. You do not have to choose between acknowledging your pain and believing in your future. You can hold both with open hands. Carry both, and let me help you carry both. Now I want to speak to the ones who are in the middle of heartbreak. I know you. You are walking around with a wound that no one can see, the kind that comes from loving someone and losing them. It might have been a relationship that ended, a marriage that fell apart, a friendship that broke in a way that still does not quite make sense to you. It might be the grief of a child lost, a parent gone too soon, someone you needed who is no longer here. Heartbreak takes so many forms, and they all leave the same hollowness, the specific quiet of a life that used to have someone in it, and now does not. I understand heartbreak from the inside. I have loved people with everything I had and watched them walk away. I know the particular grief of being misunderstood by people who were close to you. I know the weight of love that is not received. I know the ache of reaching towards someone and finding the distance has grown too wide. And I want to tell you this: the capacity to love deeply, even when loving deeply led to this pain, is not a mistake. It is not a flaw to be corrected. The depth of your grief is the measure of the depth of your love. You are not broken because you loved. You are human, and your humanity, in all its tender vulnerability, is precious to me. The heart you are protecting right now, the one that has learned to be more careful, that has pulled back a little from the world, I know why it did that. I understand every wall that went up after the hurt. But I want to gently, carefully, lovingly say to you, do not let the pain close you. The world needs the version of you that feels things deeply. The world needs your love, and there are people ahead of you in this story who will be worthy of it, who will receive it the way it deserves to be received. You will love again, and you will be loved, not in spite of the broken places, but somehow because of them, because the breaking made more room, because the tenderness that comes after pain is a different, richer kind. Let me carry the grief of this season. You do not have to be over it before you are over it. Grieve as long as you need to, but grieve in my presence, not in isolation. Let me sit with you in the middle of the loss and remind you steadily that loss is not the end of the story, and that the God who made the capacity for love in the human heart is not finished writing your chapter about love. I want to speak to the ones who are dealing with anxiety, the sense of dread that arrives before you even understand what you are dreading. The way your mind runs through every worst-case scenario, constructing detailed catastrophes out of uncertainties. The exhaustion of being perpetually braced for something that may or may not come. The frustration of knowing, intellectually, that the worry is not rational, but being completely unable to make it stop. I know this experience. I know how it imprisons people, not in visible chains, but in invisible ones that are just as real. I know how hard it is to enjoy the present moment when your mind is always racing toward an imagined future crisis. I know how isolating it feels when the fear does not have a clear source, when you cannot even explain to the people around you exactly why you feel the way you feel. Come to me with this, especially this. I am not going to tell you to simply stop worrying, as though that is something you could choose and haven't. I am going to tell you something different. You do not have to figure out the future. That is my territory, not yours. Your job is today, this moment, this breath, this small and manageable now. My job is everything beyond that, including all the things your anxious mind is trying to solve and control and prevent. I have it. I have all of it. I am watching over every circumstance you are afraid of, and nothing, not one single thing, is happening outside of my awareness and my reach. When the anxiety comes and until the healing is complete, it will come. I want you to practice giving me the specific fear. Name it, say it plainly. I am afraid of this particular thing. And then, as concretely as you can, place it in my hands. Not as a permanent solution to anxiety, but as a practice, as a daily, sometimes hourly, sometimes minute-by-minute act of releasing the grip of worry back to the one who actually has the power to handle it. I am more than able to handle everything you are afraid of. And you are more than able to practice trusting me with it, one moment at a time. Let me speak about the person you are becoming. In the middle of all the hard things, the pain, the struggle, the waiting, the grief, something is happening in you that is easy to miss. You are becoming. Every trial that you have walked through without being destroyed has deposited something in you. Every time you chose to get up on a morning when getting up felt impossible, something in you was strengthened. Every time you reached out to someone else in their pain, in the middle of your own, something in you was enlarged. You are not who you were at the beginning of the hard season. You are someone deeper, someone more textured, someone whose understanding of grace and need and love and struggle has been refined by actual experience. The things you know now are not things that can be learned in easy seasons. They are knowledge bought with real cost, and they are yours forever. I have not been doing nothing in your suffering. I have been forming something in you that could not have been formed any other way. I have been taking the raw material of a beautiful life and adding the heat and pressure that changes raw things into refined ones. This is not cruelty. This is the deepest kind of love, the love that refuses to leave you as you are because it can see who you are becoming. You are not finished becoming, and what you are becoming is more than you can currently imagine. I want to take a moment and simply tell you that I am proud of you. Not for your accomplishments, not for the things you have produced or achieved or gotten right. I am proud of you for surviving, for staying, for the small, invisible choices to keep going that no one else ever knows about. The ones made in the dark, the ones made when you were exhausted, the ones made when the only reason to keep going was a thread of something that felt like it might be hope, but you were not sure. Every one of those choices mattered to me, every single one. You have been learning things about grace and endurance and the nature of love that will make you exactly the right person in exactly the right moment for someone who will desperately need what you have learned. Your story is not over, but the chapters you have already lived are already being used. They are already becoming something that will matter. If you are reading this in a moment of real crisis, if you are at the end of your rope, if you are wondering whether things can be different, if you are asking whether your life matters, I need you to hear me more clearly than you have ever heard anything. Your life matters immeasurably. You were made for a purpose that is specific to you, not interchangeable with anyone else, not replaceable, not redundant. There are people who need exactly what you carry, your story, your understanding, the kind of compassion that only comes from having been through what you have been through. There are moments ahead that require you to be present for them. There are people whose lives will be changed because you were in them. The enemy of your soul wants you to believe otherwise. He wants you to believe that the world would be better without you, that your absence would be a relief rather than a loss. This is a lie. It is the oldest lie and the most destructive one, and I need you to refuse it with everything you have. If you are in that dark place right now, I want you to do something. Tell someone, tell a person in your life, tell a professional, reach out. The same courage it took to keep going this far, use it to reach out one more time. You do not have to carry this alone, and you are never meant to. And in this moment, before you do anything else, let me be with you. Just sit for a moment. Breathe. Feel, if you can, the quiet underneath the noise. The place where something steady exists, regardless of what is happening on the surface. That steadiness is me. I am the ground beneath you, even when the ground feels like it is shaking. I am the constant in every variable situation. I am the one thing that does not change, regardless of how everything else is moving. You are not alone. I have been with you through every hard thing that has brought you to this moment. I have been the reason you survived things you thought would destroy you. I have been the warmth in the moments of unexpected comfort. I have been the voice that said not yet on the nights when you wanted to give up. I have been the thread you followed when everything else went dark. And I will keep being there. That is not a promise that depends on your performance or your faith or your worthiness. It is simply what is true. I do not leave. I have never left anyone who needed me, and I will not start with you. Let me tell you what I see when I look at you. I do not see your failures. I do not see the years you spent going the wrong direction, or the relationships you damaged, or the opportunities you let slip by, or the version of yourself you wanted to be and are not yet. I see you, the whole of you, past and present, and the future I am already preparing. And what I see is someone worth everything. Someone whose story is not finished. Someone in whom I am doing a work that is not yet visible to the naked eye, but is real and alive and moving forward, even in the stillness. I see someone who is stronger than they know, not because difficulty is not real or pain is not real. It is, and I know it, but because the same spirit that raised me from the dead lives in you. Think about that for a moment. The same power that defeated death itself is not sitting dormant inside you. It is available. It is accessible. It is as close as your next breath, your next prayer, your next quiet choice to keep going. You have access to resurrection power, and I want to see you walk in it. Not in some distant future when everything is sorted out and you finally feel ready, because that moment may never come by the world's standards, and readiness is not a prerequisite for my power. Now, today, in the middle of the mess and the uncertainty and the fear, the kingdom of heaven is not somewhere you go after you die. It is a reality you can begin to live inside of right now. The peace of God is not a reward for people who have it together. It is a gift available to the most broken and weary and confused among you. Take it. Take it today. Receive it not because you have earned it, or because you feel particularly worthy of it right now, but simply because I am offering it, and I always mean what I offer, and this is real. Here is what I want you to do as we come toward the end of this time together. I want you to choose something. Not a grand gesture, not a dramatic transformation that you make all at once and then feel obligated to maintain perfectly. Just one small, genuine choice, the kind that does not look like much from the outside, but is, in the economy of faith, enormously significant. The choice is this: to believe, even by a fraction, that you are loved, that you are not alone, that the future holds something good, that I am real, and I am present, and I am for you, not against you, not indifferent to you, but actively, tenderly, ferociously for you. That is all. Just hold on to that, even if it feels shaky, even if the doubt is bigger than the belief right now, even if you feel like you are holding on with a single finger while everything in you wants to let go. Hold on to the tiny thread of it, and then, tomorrow morning, come back to it, and the day after that, and the day after that, because faith is not a single moment of certainty. It is a daily practice of choosing to trust, even when certainty does not come. It is showing up at the same place every day and saying, I am here. I believe you are too. I will meet you there, every single time, without fail, without condition, without frustration at how long it is taking you to fully trust. I am endlessly patient with the journey. I know where it is going, even when you do not. I want to close with something I want you to carry with you, not just today, but every day, especially the hard ones. You are not forgotten. In the grand, overwhelming noise of a world full of billions of people, all hurting in their own ways, you are not one face in an undifferentiated crowd. You are you, specific, known, named, cherished. The very hairs on your head are numbered. The tears you have cried have been collected. The prayers you have whispered in the dark have been heard by the one who set the stars in place and knows each of them by name. You are seen, you are known, you are loved. And I am with you, right now, in this moment, as real as the air around you, as near as the breath in your lungs. I am not far off and difficult to reach. I am here, in the same place I have always been, closer than your own heartbeat, more present than your own thoughts, more committed to your well-being than anyone who has ever loved you in the imperfect human way. The road ahead of you is not as dark as it looks from where you are standing. I have placed lights along it that you have not yet been able to see. I have prepared people who will enter your life at exactly the right moments. People who will carry exactly what you need, who will say exactly the word that opens something that has been locked in you. I have arranged circumstances that will shift things in ways you could not have predicted. I am already working in your future, getting things ready for you, preparing a table in the places that currently look like wilderness. All I need from you is this: keep walking, keep trusting, keep bringing me everything, the fears and the hopes and the doubts and the gratitude and the grief and the joy. And let me be the one who carries you through all of it, because I will. That is a promise not from a distant concept, but from the one who chose you before the foundation of the world, who has loved you with a love that is everlasting, who went to the cross so that nothing, not death, not pain, not your worst moment, not your biggest fear, not the darkest night, not the longest season of waiting, could ever separate you from me. Nothing can separate you from me. Let those words land in the deepest place in you. Let them reach the part that has been afraid it was not true. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not your sin, not your doubt, not your distance, not your anger, not your brokenness, not your worst days, not the years you spent running in the other direction. Nothing in all of creation, not height, not depth, not things present, not things to come, has the power to cut you off from a love that decided to pursue you before you even knew you needed it. I am the good shepherd, and you are my sheep, and I know your voice, and you know mine. Even now, in the reading of these words, you have heard something stir in you, something that recognized the sound of it, the particular frequency of a voice that has been speaking to you all your life, calling your name in 1,000 different languages, in beauty, in kindness, in music, in silence, in the moment of grace you did not expect, in the morning that came after the night you did not think you would survive. That recognition is real. That is me. That has always been me. Come home to it. Come home to the knowledge that you are loved and held and seen and known and never, never alone. Let that truth slowly replace the other voices, the ones that called you not enough, the ones that said you were too far gone, the ones that counted your failures and called it your identity. Let my voice be the loudest one. Let my word about you be the final one. Go now, and carry this peace with you. Not a fragile, circumstance-dependent peace that shatters the moment things get hard, but the deep, unshakable peace of someone who knows who walks beside them. Let it change the way you see your day, your life, your future. Let it soften the edges of your fear. Let it give courage to your next step, whatever that step is. Let it remind you, in every ordinary moment, that you are living inside a love that will never end and never fail. And when you forget, because you will sometimes forget, because you are human and the noise of the world is loud and the weight of life is real, come back here. Come back to this moment. Come back to the truth that does not change, regardless of how you feel, or what the circumstances say, or how long the night has been. You are beloved. You are not forgotten. You are not finished. And I am with you, today, tomorrow, and for all the days that come after, through every season, through every storm, through every moment of darkness and every sunrise, unto the very end of the age, and beyond it, into the eternity I am preparing for you, where there will be no more crying, no more pain, no more fear, no more separation, no more wondering if you are loved. Only this, the fullness of love itself, face to face, forever.